welcome to the Hercules Tire Sun Belt Basketball Championships. For those in the room, when you ask your question, please state your name and your media affiliation. For those joining us on Zoom, please remain on mute and I'll ask your questions here on site. Coach, would you begin with an opening statement and then introduce the two players you've got with you today?
Sure. First off, I want to give my hats off to Coach Fowler and everything that they've gone through within this season. Empathize with him between injuries and COVID. I think they fought all the way to the end. It was one of the things that I made sure that our team understood about them. When we talk about respect, which is one of our core values, we talk about in this particular game, respect the fact that they're really aggressive on offense, that they're relentless, that they're really well coached, and that they weren't going to quit. And it's March, right? So call it March Madness for a reason. And we saw that it was a game of runs tonight. And one of the things I'm most proud of is that we've got to those defensive stops we needed to when they were finding some nooks and crannies to be able to score. And I think that's exciting. So really thankful that our team has an opportunity to advance. And anytime you have an opportunity to advance, it's another time to play basketball. And what a way for that to happen for us with Denasia Hood hitting a career high, Kennedy hitting 1,000 points. I'm really proud of him. And so to my right is Denasia Hood, right? And to my left is Kennedy Taylor.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up now for questions. Our first one via Zoom from Drew King from the San Marcos Daily Record. What went into preparing for the tournament game against a team you hadn't seen in 2 years?
I'll speak first, Drew. One of the things that went into this is just a lot of excitement. The opportunity to play somebody that we hadn't seen in like 3 years. That last time we played, it was an overtime game at their place. Last time we played, they were freshmen, right? Number 4 was a freshman. Mahogany was a freshman. So I think there's a sense of we're excited at Sun Belt Conference play in the tournament, but also that it's somebody fresh. And so we really poured a lot in the scout. And when I say we, I really felt the team poured a lot in the scout, really absorbing everything that we gave to them. And that was something that I was honestly most looking forward to for our team, is that opportunity. So that's really how it played out. They did an excellent job of focusing on the scout preparation.
Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports Radio, Pensacola. Coach, you always say the first one or the first one is over for you.
Well, I want to say if I would say it exactly like that, but I'm glad the first one was won, Paul. I'm glad about that. I sure am. And I'm excited in the way that it happened. We needed to get knocked down a little bit and fight back. I think that's what you need. We found some of that towards the end of the regular season as well, because you need to go through things sometimes so you can get ahead. And I think that's what we're able to do. But yeah, for sure, I'm really excited that we're able to advance right now. Yes, sir.
Patrick Bernard, Pensacola, a couple times South Alabama through a few haymakers and were able to cut their deficit down to 2 points or 4 points. How were you guys able to maintain the lead?
I'll tell you this, Patrick. For sure, we're preaching quite a bit that Powell, number 13, was a great shooter, right? She's number 1 3-point shooter as far as makes within our conference. And she came out right away, and she did. She hit us with some haymakers. Then she came back there towards the end to try to rally her team. And we talked about that coming out of, halftime, that they're going to look to her because she's pretty darn good. And so the good thing that you have with a veteran team is they don't need to be punched in the mouth for too long before they pop back up and understand what that looks like. And it isn't their first rodeo. So for me, there's a lot of trust in the team getting going from that point. A lot has to do with these two young women. All the talk that we talked about was getting stops and staying in the game and staying positive with each other. And that's what we saw. And so there wasn't a lot of stress from a coaching perspective. It was more making sure that we gave them what they needed in order to get the job done. And that's what they're able to do. You saw some resiliency and some composure and poise.
Lucas, Pensacola, you were not all game long going to the fourth quarter. Absolutely took over. Was that your mindset going in when you guys talked for the fourth quarter?
Yes, definitely. I feel like I started off kind of cold, honestly, but I just stay in it. And I know going into halftime, it's always like it's time to win the game. It's no more filling it out. So I definitely think that's my mindset towards it, knowing that it's time to go, it's time to push it, and time to finish the game.
Coach, you're going to have Louisiana next.
Mm-hmm.
I like the format this year because you get some time to play more.
In this particular scenario for us, it does work out well because, our team went from playing on a Saturday to playing on a Wednesday. So having this additional rest when you don't have that first round bye helps. In addition to that, it is a very familiar opponent because it's someone we played quite a bit last year due to COVID, due to the side that we're on. And then obviously we played them again and we split with them this year. So I will say, I think our fans on both sides are going to be excited for the matchup. They are really tough. He does a really good job with his program as well. So I like that it's a familiar opponent and we do have the additional day off that we're going to need for rest.
Another one here from Zoom from Drew King for Denasia. What helped you heat up after the slower start than usual?
Just staying in it. My team, they always talk to me whether I'm making shots or missing, and I know I bring a lot to the game for the team. So just keeping a mindset of just moving on to the next play, staying poised, staying with the team. We have that as a mindset as a team. So I think that's what helped me kind of heat up in the fourth.
Any final questions, guys?
Yeah, coach, you guys across the board, I think they shot a better field percentage. A lot of the stats were similar. What in your eyes gave you guys really push?
I think at the end of the day, as a coach, you're always going to rely back on experience and maturity. And that's really where I go to. We got the stops that we needed to get in the moments that we needed to. So whether it would be a big time defensive rebound, whether it be getting to the free throw line and finishing the way we did at the free throw line, that is what I call maturity and just an understanding of what needs to get done in the right moments.
And then one for Kennedy. What did it mean to get your 1,000th point in the game tonight?
It meant a lot. It's always great to know you cross a big milestone, and I'm just happy to do it with this group here in Pensacola.
All right. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.